Good morning. Yesterday was my last day of work. It was so sad. Today I am getting my nails done and then I'm packing and then I'm going to the airport. Let's go get these things under control. So much better. I should also mention these glitter lights. You're in Grand Rapids, go to Mayeraki, go to Maddie. Glitter lights, they're the new thing. Love it. Just a nice little fun thing, especially for dark hair. Like, there's not really much that I can do to switch up my hair like a lot of blondes can, so I don't know, it's kind of fun, right? Over. In a second, I'll talk about where I'm going and why I'm going there and everything. But first, we're going to talk about if you're a boy and you're still watching and I didn't lose you already, you can stay and you can figure out what a girl's going to be looking for within you, or you can skip to the next part. I've been boy crazy since I was like 5 years old. Sorry, Dad. It's true. This year I found the importance in finding a man who follows Jesus and kind of digging into what guy God has for me. I know what you're thinking, that's so cliche. Yeah, I know, I get it. I'm supposed to find somebody that follows Jesus and puts him first. There really is a lot of weight to that sentence, and there's a reason why it's said. I don't really believe that there's one person out there for each one of us. I believe that God gives us a handful of people that could work. It's up to us girls to make the decision on what man we want to spend the rest of our life with. And then when we make that commitment, then I believe that they are the one. It's a little different than what the cultural definition means. If there was one person for me out there, then one person messed it up in the beginning, then the whole chain would be broken and we would all end up with not the right person. I don't really buy into that. So God doesn't tell us who exactly we should be with, but he does give us a list of things. So he does give us a list of qualities essentially that we should be looking for as far as what guy we pick. With that said, I have narrowed. We know that finding a guy is easy. You can go to the club, you can go to the bar, you can go to a restaurant, you can go to the coffee shop, you can find a guy, but finding a good guy, a guy that follows Jesus and puts him first, is very hard. God's not going to tell you which one to pick, but he is going to tell you what qualities you should be looking for and what are red flags, what are green lights, what are the big X's, the little X's, that's what I always say. What are non-negotiables? How do we pick this guy when you do pick a guy to pursue? There's kind of 3 men that I've identified into categories. The first one is a cultural man. This guy is going to be so inconsistent. He's going to constantly be changing by the trends. He is going to love you the way that society tells him to. This guy's teacher is the movies, TV, Instagram, Twitter. It's constantly going to be changing. He's going to drive you crazy. This guy will love you out of what he loves. So if he loves money, he's gonna buy you things and that's it. If he loves sex, he's gonna have sex with you and that's about it. If he loves things, he's gonna treat you like a possession and that's about it. So this guy's a no-go for me. The next type of guy, the manly man. This guy is sneaky because you think he's a really good guy. You are like, this guy is a leader. He doesn't need help from anybody. He doesn't need therapy. He's strong. He's taught himself everything. Can you just like sit down, please? Sit. He's very independent. He provides. This guy can seem like a really good option. The issue is he's taught himself everything. If he's taught himself how to love, he's gonna love you like a man. Girls need a different type of love, and this guy will love you how he wants to be loved. Therefore, you're always gonna feel empty and like you can never get enough. And then a man with Jesus is what you want. He is going to love you like Jesus, and that means that he knows love is a sacrifice. He knows that marriage and relationships are about what you can give and not what you can get. That is a heart posture that's extremely selfless and hard to come by in the partnership and individually. There's going to be an equal balance in that. There's 4 different things that I have found that are important to me as a woman, as a Christian, and as somebody that's dating to marry and not just dating to date. Obviously, this is coming from a biblical perspective. These are the things that I find important for my life. There's 4 different qualities. The first one is he's slow to anger. Proverbs 22 says, don't befriend angry people or associate with hot-tempered people. I don't think you or I have time for guys to be fighting and punching and being violent. Like, that's a boy, not a man. And if he's doing that with his friends, he's going to be doing that with you or to you eventually, and that's just a whole different conversation. The second one is he's a good influence. Corinthians 15:33 says, don't be fooled by those who say such things, for bad company corrupts good character. If you're losing you to find him, that is a huge red flag, and you are being influenced by him in the worst way possible. Iron sharpens iron. You guys should be complimenting each other, not completing each other. If you're gonna marry a boy that is not on the same path as you, then you're gonna be right down that path with him. The third one is he's a leader. Ephesians 5:22 says, for wives, this means submit to your husband as to the Lord. I was so confused by this verse for a while. I was like, I'm not submitting to anybody. No one can tell me what to do. I don't really want to be controlled by anybody else. Like, what? But then I realized that this means you are submitting to a man worth submitting to. So he should be living his life in a God-honoring way, an honoring way to you, that submitting to him should be worth it, should be something that you want to do. If you don't want to do that with the guy that you're with now, that's a huge red flag. The fourth one is integrity. Proverbs 20:7 says, the godly walk with integrity, blessed are their children who follow them. So the actual definition of integrity is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. I think not only honest but transparent. There's a difference between the two. Honesty is when you ask him a question and he says the honest answer, and transparency is him coming to you without even asking and saying this is the answer. If he is out with his friends and he flirts with a girl but he doesn't tell you because you didn't ask, ouch! If he is repenting and remorseful of it and he tells you, that's transparency. You shouldn't have to ask all the questions. This guy that I'm describing, he will love you like Jesus. This will be sustainable because if God is at the center of the relationship, that will be your glue. I heard a quote one time and it said, the distance between you and God and then you and your spouse should shock you. You should be so much closer to God and have that relationship so much stronger. And it really does help bring things together at the center. There's so many things that would become arguments in my life if I didn't go back to the Bible and didn't have that at the center. So I hope this helped kind of narrow it down as far as what guys we should be giving our attention to, what Jesus wants for you in your future as far as picking a husband. He gives us free will, he gives us choices, so this can be kind of a slippery slope, but I think that we make it too complicated. If there's something wrong, that's okay. This doesn't have to be the one. He will provide. He doesn't leave you brokenhearted. He's going to give you options and he's going to give you a choice, and it's your choice where you want to give your attention. And I just think that if you want a sustainable relationship or eventually marriage, these are the type of things that we should be looking for within men. I have to go to the airport in 40 minutes. It is my sister's graduation. She's graduating from Palm Beach Atlantic as a nurse. One last sip.
Everybody.
We're in an Uber.
We're at my house, my condo. We're going on a plane to see Julia shine. We're on the airplane getting ready to fly to West Palm.
We made it!
We made it!
Oh my gosh! Paparazzi!
Hi, we made it! Yeah, bougie!
The word of the week is bougie.
Bougie.
Breakfast at Tiffany's. You are so much. She's a free spirit little nymph. That's a compliment.
Oh.
Could you bring the peanuts?
Finally made it to West Palm. My dad and my grandma are sleeping in the other room. I am gonna go to sleep. It's like 11:30. I'm surprised they lasted this long. Good night.
My mascot. We're waiting for Julia's commencement, which is about a mile in front of us.
Anna's going to Savannah. Anna's going to Savannah.